I am going to call that cowboy camping success. Everything went well. I slept great. I actually slept in a little bit. The moon was so bright that there was no need for a headlamp even. Like, it was like spotlight bright, but I just kind of buried myself underneath my hat and my quilt. And everything went pretty well. I am about 1 mile from a water tank, which will be the first time I'll need to filter water on the trail. I've just been getting water from the caches. So this is cow water. So assuming it's going to be kind of icky or whatever, I'm definitely going to treat it. And then from there it'll be 14 miles to town. So this is day 5. I wasn't planning on getting into town on day 5. I was planning on day 6. But everything's just been going pretty smoothly. I'm going to make tomorrow a Nero. Basically spend all day in town. Just do a couple miles out. Yesterday we were all talking about having to slow down because CDT Trail Days is next weekend. And we all want to be there, which is also at the next town. So we don't want to get there too early. So I'm just going to take a very short day tomorrow and then shorten my miles leading up to Silver City just a little bit. I think it makes it out to be maybe 14, 15 miles a day, which will time us perfectly to getting trail days. And I'm going to take my first 0 there. Not because I need it, but I just want to enjoy trail days. Guess this is where I'm getting water. I was warned that it's complicated. I have to climb to the top to get it. Kind of chickened out because the ladder was really steep and this is really gross. So, I don't know, the ladder kind of stops and it kind of freaked me out. I was afraid of falling backwards. I wonder if there's a better way to get water. But I have to get water. There was a guy I met earlier who was camped at the water tank. He was still there this morning, who helped me out with the water. He climbed up for me and filled up my water bladder for me. Knowing my reputation, I absolutely would have fallen off of that thing. Like, if there were 2 more steps to that ladder, it probably would have been fine, but once the ladder ended like a couple feet from the top, there was just like nothing good to really get a good purchase on, to hold on to not just fall off. So that made me feel pretty uncomfortable. So I'm glad I was able to get my water. 7 miles to the water cache. And feeling pretty good. A lot of times I'll just be following a trail, heading for the next trail sign off in the distance, and then it just starts to veer away. And then you realize it's not going towards that sign, but all the other footprints are going that way. And then you'll just see a collection of them just like wandering off between the bushes towards that sign. And then like this, they all start to converge. And you'll find yourself up on another trail that looks like the trail, heading towards the sign in the correct direction. The shuttle driver did say that it's kind of like a spider web network of trails out there. And I have to admit that that is quite accurate of a description. There's just trails that split off, meet back up, going in the right direction, veer off. It's really chaotic. Keeps you on your toes. And a lot of times the signs will just be missing. And you have to look at gut hooks to try to see, like, if you're on course, if you need to change direction. But now I'm clearly back on track. And then I see the next sign way up in the distance. So, feels good when it looks like you're on track. And then something cool about the first town, Lordsburg, is that the trail goes straight through the town. The hotels and everything are right on the trail. I believe there is some sort of road walk like for a few miles before getting to town, where the trail just follows the road and then continues through the town. So that'll be a change of pace. I mean, there's these off-road tracks and everything, but having like following an actual highway will be a unique experience. So I see there's like several options for people who've crossed this wash or continued on or crossed earlier. Looks like they're converging again with this path on this side. It's very chaotic. I am taking a breakfast break with some very expired oatmeal, but it still seems to be okay. Surrounded by very old cow pies. They're just all over because the next tree that has shade has a lot of bees. There are a lot of bees over there and they're all buzzing, so I figured I'd stick with this less adequate tree with lots of cow pies underneath it for some shade. I just want to kick myself because right around the corner there were all of these trees with like nothing underneath them. They're all cleared out and good looking, and I picked the poo tree. It happens though, but oh well. Back on the trail. Well, here's the dead cow. There's still fur on it. And it's been here for a while, but it's still kind of together. I mean, there's a whole hoof there. Wow. That sure is interesting. There's a whole bunch of cows in the pen over there. There's even some little babies. Aww. And a little further up the road, it looks like you're actually entering the cow pen. There is just a single baby calf there. Huh. That's strange. There's some cows in a pen way over there. Hey, little calf. Kind of creepy seeing a cow pen with just full of bones. Just full of cow bones and some gross water. I don't think I'll be drinking that. There's my first town, Lordsburg. Now begins the first true road walk. This road will take me straight through Lordsburg. And it is extra hot on the asphalt.